Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. This is Russ Goslin. It's been a while since I've had a chat on the channel. I just want to give some brief highlights from my experience at the IPMS USA 2013 Nationals Convention that was held in Loveland, Colorado, which is an hour north from where I just moved a year ago. So I found myself to be very privileged and lucky to attend such a big gathering of model builders all over the world, mostly the Western Hemisphere, but it was great to meet some of those fellows, to see their models, and just kind of soak up a whole lot of model building adventures. So I hope you've checked out some of my galleries that I put up from some of the various categories. Probably next couple days I'll have some more from aircraft, figures, and dioramas, and then later down the road, cars and ships. So if you haven't checked them out, go check them out. It's really amazing to see all that great model building. Okay, so highlights. What was that like? It was a bit overwhelming. 4 days of model building excitement and volunteering as part of a IPMS chapter member. I help volunteer every day in various ways, which was a lot of fun. Again, another great way. I met a lot of model builders, and I also met a few people who also have YouTube channels, so that was kind of interesting. I met some local people from Colorado who are on the YouTube model building community, which is just seems to be getting bigger all the time. It's very exciting. And let's get back on the highlights, because I'm going to get easily distracted, I can tell. Alright, what happened? Well, what do? There are huge vendor shops. It was like a mecca of model building vendors. I mean, there are moments where like English wasn't even being spoken. It was you had people from Edward, CMK Models, I think they're from Poland, so Fazoloy 1988 can confirm that. Flory Models was there. Some of the work, military modeling, I think it's published in the UK, they were represented, and they were trying to get people to subscribe. And just vendors of publishing books, decals, models. It was amazing. So I'll have a few pictures towards the end of this video, kind of showing what the vendor situation was like. Unfortunately, I was on a budget at this convention. I didn't have a whole lot of money. My wife and I just did a cross-country trek from New England back to Colorado, and that was good. I'm glad I did it, but did put a little dent in the coffers. So what did I buy? Well, let's start off with I mostly focused on just stuff that I needed, not stuff that looked good. You know, don't need any more eye candy for the stash because it's just too full. So I did have a Tamiya, I think it's the 3.7 centimeter flak gun, and what I wanted to do was do a conversion onto some sort of flatbed truck. So I picked up Tester's, it's a pretty vintage kit, but it's the Opal Maltier. If anybody's familiar with Shepard Payne's military modeling handbook, he does do basic conversions, and one of the vehicles he does use is a Opal Maltier. So that was kind of cool. So now I can get cracking on this model someday down the road. So it's right now it's in the stash, but cool. I'm happy with that. Secondly, what else did I get? I picked up Verlinden's it's the measurement 109 132 scale from Hasegawa. It's the update set. It comes with a lot of resin, photo etch. Really kind of brings this model back to life, and I really need it because I bought the old, probably the old ancient Hasegawa 132. This stuff has raised panel lines and all sorts of stuff, but this will be a project. But this detail set's really going to help spruce this puppy up. So again, back in the stash. Maybe someday I'll get on it. Someone's texting me. And then what else did I pick up? I picked up two kits that they're going to be a challenge, but I'm up for challenges every now and then. So I got these two 172 armored vehicles. This is our little Bison here. It's 172. It's from Uni Models. I think it's out of the Ukraine. I see these sold at the hobby shop here in the Colorado, Denver area. I opened it up. that definitely needs a lot of tender loving care and a lot of scratch building to kind of bring it to life, but I'm very excited about it. And I also got this T34. Again, it's going to need a little scratch building, a little this and that to kind of spruce it up. But I opened up the kit and I looked at them, and you know, they're not terribly bad. I've seen much worse, so I'm okay with these. And hopefully someday down the road I'll make a video on what I'm doing. I really am excited about this kit because this kit screams scratch build me, improve me, make me better. I'm worth it. I'm a diamond in the dust, or a diamond in the rough. So I'm actually going to do this. I've been taking a lot of pictures, getting stuff online, doing some research on what the interior looks like, and I think this may be a long-term project, kind of going into scratch building. I haven't done any kind of scratch building videos on my channel. And scratch building is a great tool. It doesn't matter what level of model builder you are. At some point you're going to need to do a little something. Whether it's going to be stretching sprue for an antenna, or putting in some sponson plates over your tank, where the tread and the chassis meet and you get that huge gap. It's actually just like totally converting something. So it's a great skill, and I recommend that everyone to give it a try at least. It makes your models that much better, and it's pretty rewarding, I think. So anyway, that's my spiel on that. So those are the kits that I bought. Again, not too much. There were people, I mean, they had bags and they were just like hauling with stuff. There were great deals in a lot of cases, and I missed out. Everyone told me, Russ, buy your model early. The deals are there, prices are good. And they were right, because there were some kits I was going to get. They were like under $10 from some of the local Colorado model builders. They were just dumping their stash. And I came back 5 hours later, gone. So, it's a lesson learned. When you got an opportunity, take it. There were a lot of raffles being given out. Tons of hundreds of model kits and equipment, tools, and decals and stuff. So I put a few dollars in and got some raffle tickets, and actually won something, which is cool. I haven't won a raffle in a decade or two. So what did I get? I got White Dog decals. It's for the B-17 172 B-17 bomber, and it's pretty cool. It's got some nice nose artwork. You'll never see this from any distance, but it looks really cool and sharp. I'm very excited about it. But the only problem is I don't got a model to go with the decal, so that's great. That's an excuse to tell my wife I need to go buy a model at the hobby shop. I think Hasegawa and Revell have recently put out some B-17s at this scale, and I think Academy still has one that's floating out there. So I think I'll have to treat myself sometime, and that's great because I have the Monogram 148 scale. It's just too big. I won't build it anytime soon because I just don't have the space to put the finished model. So I'll have to just content with the 172 scale, which is great because it fits. And what else happened? Well, having registered for the convention, everyone got like a bag of goodies, a bag of stuff. So there's a complimentary gift of decals. I guess IPMS, I didn't know this, but every convention they have a complimentary set of decals. I don't know how long they've been doing it, but there's a lot of collectors that collect these decals, and I was starting to look for them at the vendors' tables, and it's something I want to look into. They even have a category like what model can you build with IPMS decals, which I thought was pretty neat. So anyway, this is the Minutemen. They are sort of like the Blue Angels or any of these specialty flying groups. They've been around for a long time, probably since the 50s, flying certain jets. This one is the F-86 Sabre, I think. And, they really have put out the stops. I mean, they have everything on here. Different scales for different scale models. They did all the research. They have all the different model kit companies that produce this model in all the different scales. So this is kind of cool. Again, I'm not really into aircraft, but I'm definitely saying, hey, I'm missing out on something that's really cool. So I'm gonna have to use these decals, and nifty. Okay. So that was all the fun stuff. The one cool surprise was, if anybody's familiar with fine scale modeling, they come to a lot of the regional and definitely the national conventions, pretty much in Europe and the USA. I don't know if they've gone to the Pacific or in other continents, but the editors were there taking pictures for their upcoming magazine issues, which will be featured. So that was kind of neat. And I said, wow, there is a great opportunity to meet some of the senior editors. It's Matt Usher and Aaron Skinner were there. And I said, you know what, I highly doubt I'll see these guys again anytime soon. So why can't I get a signature, an autograph from these guys that I've been reading about for the last 10 years? I love the magazine. It's a very inexpensive magazine if you're in the Americas. I don't know if I guess you can get them in the UK. I have no idea. I'm definitely Canada. Anyway, so I got they autographed my Great Scale Modeling from 2011. They stopped publishing the Great Modeling, which was unfortunate, but I'm not a businessman, and I'm sure there's reasons why they did it. But it was cool. So I got these signatures, and I'll hold on to this for prosperity, and I don't know, this is really kind of neat. I don't usually get autographs from anybody. I know that was a huge popular thing back in the 20th century, and it still is, but you always like seeing the old pictures. If you go to antique shops, you'll see old autograph books. People would have autographs from like John Lennon or whoever, you know, so that's kind of neat. Okay, so there it is. We talked about all sorts of stuff. So I guess I'll have to just wrap it up as saying it was a great experience. It definitely inspired me to build more. Like, I just wanted to go home and build. And hopefully I can do that. It's been a rough summer. I got sick and had a lot of traveling, and well, I'm kind of back in the saddle, so I'm pretty content with that. So I'm just going to close off with what were my personal faves at the Nationals. And so I'll let you take a look at some of these slides. And some of these pictures weren't in my galleries I put up, so they're a little bit different. And I'll have some various pictures from the vendor area. So I hope you're doing well in your model building journey. And I just say keep on modeling. That seems to be the mantra at our community here on YouTube. And I wish you a good day, and I will see you again sometime soon. Thanks.